Not ready for Saturday night.
Hello and welcome to the news.
Today we will be talking about the news.
And we thank you for joining the planet's most trusted source for news products.
First up, continuing our Health Matters Focus specials. We all know what stress is, and today we have a fascinating report from Dr. Ramusin about simple steps to reduce that horrible stress you live with. Dr. R, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, who has stress?
Well, just about everyone, unless they are a sociopath or exist in a permanent vegetative state.
And you tell us there are simple steps we can take to reduce stress?
Yes, indeed. If you are not needing a doctor or a hypnotist and simply dwell in a stress condition, then there are really only two approaches that should be considered. First, of course, is diet. Now, a perfectly healthy diet, low fat, consisting of 60% fresh vegetables is optimal.
Great! We can all do that. What is the second technique for stress reduction?
Well, that's even easier. Simply stop watching or listening to the news. You know, in reality, everything is much nicer and better than they would have you believe. And if something really significant happens, they'll let you know.
Wow, Dr. R, that is really food for thoughts. Thank you for joining us.
How in the world can I be a fearmonger? I just read what's on the prompter.
Thank you.
Next up, the Middle East peace process.
That's right. The president today answered shouted implications that the entire conflict was an Anglo-American invention to divide and dominate the region. The president spoke clearly when he replied, "There is no place for those kinds of baseless assertions. They are absurd and not forward-looking." The loud journalist who raised his voice was eventually escorted out of the press conference after being tasered several times. Press photos of the incident were not permitted.
How rude, shouting at the president.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Tiger Woods, and I'm proud to be the new spokesman for Perkins Family Restaurants. Proud because Perkins delivers the best meals at the best values in the business. They use the freshest ingredients and have warm, helpful, and experienced staff. To celebrate this new relationship, Perkins restaurants are having a tasty promotion. With any entree, select a sweet, fresh blondie, or a nutty brownie. Remember, we serve breakfast all day, so come on down and swing like I do.
Welcome back. Well, we all know the cost and inconvenience of fires. Now scientists are saying that floods just might help check the wildfires raging across the land.
That's great to hear, Chet. Today, Chinese fishermen were finally recognized, despite Portuguese protest, for the accomplishment of actually catching the last edible wild fish in the ocean. The Portuguese entry was judged ineligible when 2 of the crew died trying to digest the previously undiscovered species of sea slug. The victorious Chinese crew was flown to Vienna, where they were awarded the Kissinger Prize. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who bestowed the medals on the proud crew, remarked that there was little wiggle room left for the useless eaters. The 2.5-pound flounder was sold for over $1 million to a collector who says he will mount it on his wall. Chet?
Thanks, June. Next to the economy, where some are saying that paper money is actually worthless, despite people killing over it, and others starving for the want of it, the economists from the London School of Economics have been detained and are no longer a threat to public safety.
Throw away the key. Now we are happy to welcome back Sasha, bringing us another tip as to how we can live in a more environmentally friendly way and be good to our earth, all part of our Enviro News updates. Hello, Sasha. I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you. You look wonderful too. And you too, Chet. All of you, you all look wonderful.
So what Enviro News update do you have for us today, Sasha?
Yes, thank you, June. Saving the environment is very important, you know, and this is a crucial point. If not addressed, it could accelerate the global cataclysm we face. Yet everyone can help by taking a few simple steps in your life. First, carry around bags. You can nestle a dozen plastic sacks in a space smaller than a baseball. Why expect every shop to give us bags? Ridiculous. And second, by far the most important act you can take is saving your dryer lint.
Really? It seems so simple.
It is, and people just have to care enough about this big blue marble. If we all keep that precious lint instead of tossing it in landfills, we could clothe the naked and solve our oil addiction.
Wow. So would that apply to belly gleanings as well?
Certainly.
Well, everyone save their dryer lint. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. Now, we have gotten bags of letters and thousands of emails from you, the viewers, asking an age-old question. So we at the news sent out our best investigators to reveal the true answer to the question. How do we know that a gingerbread man is in fact a man? Now, we have photos to help untangle this thorny knot, and if there are small children watching, this would be a good time to get a little closer to the screen. Here's your typical gingerbread person. And when we get rid of the outfit, the answer is fairly clear as to why we call it a gingerbread man.
Perfect.
You didn't find any women?
It sprinkles on the sugar. No!
Not according to our investigators. I guess it looks like it's asexual reproduction for the gingerbread man. More after the break.
A public service announcement.
Is your driving technique correct? Most of you would say yes, and most of you would be wrong. Because the safety of Americans is the safety of the world, we bring you Driving with Fritz. Do you want to survive? Watch Fritz.
Welcome back. And not in the news this week. Sioux tribal land seized by the rapacious IRS for mining companies. Anarchist riots and school takeovers 1 year later again paralyzed the Greek government, in part precipitating credit rating downgrades of Greek bonds and a tumble for the euro. Meanwhile, Exarchia, Athens' anarchist neighborhood, is widely considered the safest and most desirable place to live in the city. British and Canadian mining companies rape Tibetan sacred mountains for red fascist Chinese. And in Haiti, in the face of one of the worst natural disasters experienced in history, the people deported themselves with extraordinary grace and dignity.
Thank God that's not in the news. Now we have some great footage from the circus where 60 clowns came out of one car.
That is so great. I love clowns. And tomorrow, on the news, are gangs a manifestation of societal irresponsibility and corruption, or just bad apples that should be culled? We will read selectively from your emails. Thank you. Coming up next is the premiere of Driving with Fritz, followed by the world's favorite culinary show, Cooking with Dolma.
That Driving with Fritz really looks interesting.
It sure does, Chet. Good night, everyone.
See you tomorrow. Have a great evening.